The Trump administration is dispatching a second aircraft carrier to the Middle East as tensions over the Houthis' attacks on vessels in the Red Sea intensify. Military officials are directing the USS Carl Vinson to head toward the Red Sea and have extended the USS Harry S. Truman carrier strike group's stay there by at least a month. The USS Carl Vinson carrier strike group will end its current deployment in East Asia in the 7th Fleet's area of responsibility and head to the waters around Yemen. The Carl Vinson and its ships are expected to take 2 to 3 weeks to arrive in the Middle East. That will bolster American force projection in the region, as the ships will be joining the USS Harry S. Truman carrier strike group in the fight against Houthi forces around Yemen. The dual carrier deployment comes a week into renewed fighting between U.S. forces and the Houthis, a religious and Yemeni nationalist group that controls much of Yemen, including the capital city. Why it matters. The United States has clashed with Ansar Allah, widely known as the Houthi movement, over control of shipping routes in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. The Iran-backed Houthis have attacked American and Allied ships throughout the Israel-Hamas war, driving up freight and insurance costs and forcing some vessels to take long detours. A Houthi spokesperson on Friday said, "The Red Sea is not part of the United States, and Yemen has the right to defend itself." Since October 2023, the group has launched rockets and drones at commercial ships passing through the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden in response to Israel's war in Gaza. The group also fired rockets at Israel on Thursday after Israel renewed airstrikes on Gaza. There were no reports of Israeli casualties, and Israeli media reports said the U.S. urged Israel not to retaliate, saying they would respond instead. The U.S. Navy and Air Force have repeatedly intercepted those munitions and carried out bombing campaigns on Houthi-controlled areas. After a ceasefire was signed in January, the Houthis halted their attacks, and the U.S. in turn stopped strikes on Yemen. That ended last weekend when the Truman carrier strike group launched attacks on Yemen in response to the Houthis saying they would renew actions in the Red Sea. In the previous months-long engagement against the Houthis, the U.S. Navy expended more than 400 munitions and sent multiple carrier groups and independent ships to the area around Yemen. President Donald Trump has pledged to completely annihilate the Houthis in this latest fight, but a Pentagon spokesman has said that the now week-long conflict is not an endless offensive. The presence of so much U.S. naval power in the region not only gives commanders additional ships to patrol and launch strikes, but it also serves as a clear message of deterrence to Iran, the Houthis' main benefactor.
See, Houthi rebels have been attacking ships there, of course.
This map shows you where the attacks on ships have been over recent months.
Acceptable. The United States, our allies and our partners will do what we have to do to counter these threats and to protect these ships, and with that we can take some questions.
President Donald Trump last ordered a decisive and powerful action against Houthi forces, hitting bases, leaders, and missile defenses. The Houthis reported explosions in their territory, including in the Yemeni capital, Sana'a, and in the northern province of Sayada, their stronghold near the Saudi border. U.S. President Donald Trump wrote on social media, Tremendous damage has been inflicted upon the Houthi barbarians, and watch how it will get progressively worse. It's not even a fair fight, and never will be. They will be completely annihilated.